Hey guys, Gunpowder Handshake back here again. Today we're going to be doing the review on the Remington 770. Now I've heard a lot of different thoughts, opinions of this gun, everything from the bolt sticking to a few other things, and as you can see with this one, I mean the only thing I could see is because it's plastic, it does have a little waddle to it on the end cap, but other than that, I mean, it never gets stuck or anything like that. A couple little rumors that I've heard on this gun I want to set straight is about the bipod on the front. A lot of people say that the bipod will break. It breaks right off the little eyelet that they've made onto the gun for a sling. Now, me myself, I've fired quite a few shots with this bipod on it. 180 grain, 125, 150 or 155 grain. Haven't had any problems out of it. When you put it on, just make sure to tighten it down a lot. Other than that, everything else in the gun has been amazing. The only thing that I will have to say, guys, if you're going to be doing a lot of hunting with this weapon, two things I recommend on it. One, I went out and I purchased me a limb saver here. Set that down for you guys. It is the medium recoil pad. Works great. Takes out a little bit. It comes stock with what they call an R3 pad on the back here. It works okay, but I mean, it does have some kick to it. People, I've heard some people say, oh, it doesn't have any kick. Some people say it's got kick. I'm no experienced hunter, but it does have some kick to it. If you're not careful, you will hit yourself in the face with the scope. Now, the one that I've added, it actually came with a Bushnell. Nice scope. I took it off and put it on a 22. It works flawlessly on the 22. The only thing is, with a 30-06, I wanted something that I could, go out 200-300 yards if I needed to, not one that's preset for 100 yards. So I went ahead and got me a Tasco world-class scope. Now the Tasco is a really nice scope for the price you would pay for them. I mean, they're not Bushnells, they're not Leopolds or anything like that. But one of the things that I really like about this scope is it has a couple different zoom. One here on the back, one on the front. It also has a ability to change for nearsighted and farsighted. Really nice scope. A little bigger than what I would have liked for it. It does add some weight to the gun, but it's a synthetic stock, so it's a lot lighter than a 30-06, the 700 models. I really like it. I think it's a good shooting gun. Pretty accurate. I'm not saying it's dead accurate, but then again, I haven't really sat down and sighted it in dead sighted. Like I said, I fired about 25 or 30 rounds out of it. I haven't heard any issues, any problems. I shot some. My brother shot some. It's been a really good shooting gun. A lot of damage and a lot of takedown power, when you hit your target. If you get it right out the box, it claimed to be four-sided out the box. I found that was not to be true. Even with the stock sight that came with it, the Bushnell, it wasn't on paper at all. So we went ahead and, like I said, replaced this. I went and had it rebore sighted again. It's doing a lot better now. There are some rumors floating around that if you shoot it 5 or 6 times really fast, that you can warp the barrel. Now this may be true with some of the cheaper model guns. But one thing I'll give to Remington is they've always made guns with really good steel. The barrel on this one, like I said, I've shot 20 times. Well, my brother shot, I was doing the sighting in, but about 20 times within a 10-minute interval, and I don't have any warping in the barrel. Everything is just beautiful on the gun. The only drawbacks, and I'll go ahead and tell you a couple of drawbacks real quick. The safety is kind of awkwardly located up here. I like the safety down more to the front. The mags that come with them, it comes with one mag. I went ahead and picked up a second one. They work okay. The only thing is they're not quiet by any means. If you're hunting, the last thing you want to do is sit and make a bunch of noise trying to load a mag. I know a lot of guys say, well, I keep it loaded. I'm one of those guys, there's no sense in loading it until you're ready to fire it. But now, in all honesty, if you put a lot of lube on your slide, on your bolt, here, it'll go in and out really easy. Now, when I first got it, it did, kind of hinder a little bit, but that was only because it did come with a bunch of packing grease. I went on YouTube, I read some reviews about the gun, I paid $275, $278 out the door. Excellent price. A lot of people were knocking it. Says, oh, the bolt's crap, the gun's crap, this, that, and the other. Well, guys, if you've never fired a gun before, here's a little bit of advice. When you buy one, you take it apart and you clean all the packaging grease off. You re-lube the whole gun, clean it real good, re-lube it, put it back together, and I guarantee it'll make a world of difference. All the reviews I've seen on this, like I said, was with this slide. Oh, the bolt sticks, this, that, and the other. When I first got it, it was really sticky. But that was only because when you first get it, I mean, the thing is literally just caked in packaging grease all the way up the bolt, in the back of the bolt, under each corner. And I mean, as you can tell, there's no grease, there's nothing on this. You know, I spent a lot of time, you know, just cleaning it up. You know, I've heard a few guys say they had to sand theirs to get it smooth. Haven't had the problem. Once you take the grease off and put new lube on it, it works excellent. There's a couple different lubes that I would recommend for you guys. I love Hops. They're a great company. I use, you know, different gun cleaners, and then Hops lubricating oil, but they actually have a lubricating oil that's in the Elite I have in my room. It's really, really good, only because with this stuff it's a little more like water. When you put it on, it runs off. With the Elite, it seems to stick a little better. But other than that, it's a great shooting gun, 275 bucks. I mean, if you bag 2 deer with it, hunt elk, whatever you may be hunting, it paid for itself. I mean, I know guys that spend $600, $700, $800 bucks on a nice hunting rifle, and they kill 2 animals in their entire life with it. To me, I don't see spending the $700 or $800 bucks on it. Maybe if I was, you know, an everyday hunter, I'm not, then I could justify it. The pistols I tend to spend a little more money on, only because I shoot them a lot. I really like the pistols. I take good care of them. This one, if I was out in the woods and I was hunting, something happened, I was to fall, the gun was to get damaged, I'm out 275 bucks. I mean, that's, you can't even buy a cheap used Glock for that. Which, you know, a lot of hunters carry those only because, you know, you can't hardly tear the things up. But I just wanted to give you a real quick review on the 770. It's an excellent rifle. If you've got the opportunity to buy it, I completely recommend it. Now this, like I said, was the 30-06 version. They do make it in the 270, the 223, and the 308, I believe. All excellent calibers. I just wanted to have a rifle that had the takedown power of the 30-06. Only because if I go somewhere to hunt, I don't want to be limited on how close I have to be to the animal. Now, there's no reason shooting an animal that you're only going to wound, and don't take the shot unless you know you're going to kill the animal. You know, be humane. But other than that, it's a great gun, great price. Remington, my hat's off to you for an excellent weapon. Real quickly, the bipod was $45. It came from Walmart. It's a Winchester bipod, excellent. Haven't had any problems. Just make sure when you put it down the first time you tighten it real good, so that way it won't break or give you any problems. The limb saver, I think I paid $30. I don't know if you can see the price there, 30 bucks for it. It really makes a world of difference. And the good thing is, if you own a shotgun and a rifle, a couple different weapons, limb saver's universal to go on and off on several different ones, so it was definitely worth the $30. Well, guys, if you have any questions about this rifle or any of my other reviews, don't hesitate to ask. This is Gunpowder Handshake signing off.